The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Hi, I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker of Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm here with my husband, fellow realtor, Pat Devaney.
Good morning, Jackie. How are you today?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. We have Ben Rinker, owner of Rinker Inc. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Thanks for being here with us. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we talk real estate. We have an exceptional real estate office with many full-time realtors who've been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com to look at all of our listings, you're going to, DC, wait till you hear about some of the listings I'm going to talk about. I got some nice houses. But when you browse our listings there, click on the webcam tab and take a look and see what the weather is and what's going on at Dunmore Corners.
Yeah, we're getting to that frightful time of year. So anybody wanting to check out the road conditions, that's a good way to do it before heading out. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. View our listings, search the MLS listings, listen to archive radio shows by going to mobile-friendly jruddy.com, jruddy.com, where all the popular podcast apps that we feature the radio show are also on. Okay, Ben Rinker, owner of Rinker Inc. Thanks for being here. You were here back in 2019. What are all the things that you do? How long have you been doing what you do? And where do you go? Where do you service? What areas, please?
Well, we've been in business for over 35 years now, which is kind of hard to believe, but yes. We're electrical contractors initially for many years, and we still are. We do
residential, commercial?
Residential and commercial mostly, light commercial, full residential needs, whatever it may be. But then we got into doing automatic generator systems, I guess close to 15 years ago or so now, and that's a big part of our focus. We do ductless heating and air, Mitsubishi systems, Daikin. We kind of specialize in just a bit the ductless air portion of it. We're not a full-out HVAC contractor, but we're Mitsubishi Diamond dealer and have a fantastic client base with the ductless systems. And then along with the generator systems also, we were getting into battery storage solutions, power storage solutions, which kind of complement and work right along with generator systems for various applications. So we don't just specialize in one system of generators. We do whatever is specifically best for your home and application.
Right. So this is why you're here today, because we've seen some wicked storms rip through our area lately, and several months ago, and there were power outages and flooding, and I'm sure it was a busy time for you. Yeah.
It's the storms aren't these big once and done storms anymore. It seems like there's a constant little things that happen 1 week, and then you wait another 3 weeks, there's another storm that comes through, and these brief random storms that come through various areas do a lot of damage, and it keeps us busy and keeps it on people's minds for sure.
Right. So, we were in a power outage, not because of a storm, but because
of bad driving.
Yes.
That happens too.
Yeah. Someone hit a pole up the block from us. And so they were riding around with one of the
those temporary tires. He thought it was a permanent tire, and he drove around until it blew out, and he took out the pole.
Yeah, so we lost power for a good 3-4 hours?
Oh, yeah, at least.
Yeah.
In Dunmore?
In Dunmore, yeah. So we have a generator. We didn't have to use it, thankfully, because the power came back on in a timely manner. But when you have a storm, a wicked, wicked storm, and lots of flooding, and you're thinking about, like, people can be out of power for a couple days, right?
It happens frequently, yeah.
So we have a generator.
Yes.
But there's different types of generators, and there's even properties and people that have a residence that cannot have a generator.
Yeah.
So what's the solution for them?
Well, that's where this power storage, battery storage that is becoming more of a feasible solution now compared to what it was a few years ago is a big player, I think, going forward into the future. People that live in townhomes, possibly, places, communities that don't allow a generator because of rules or aesthetics or just the
Noise factor?
Noise factor, maybe, yeah. So in places like that where you have a townhouse, typically you don't have extended week-long power outages. You might be out for a day or 2 days, but if you're working from home or you're a professional working from home, or maybe you're a little older and you're relying on a stair machine or something to get up the stairs, maybe you don't have the mobility you used to and you rely on those things, power is critical, even if it's off for part of a day. So these battery storage solutions are something that can just even hang on the wall in your garage and get you through a couple days worth of power being out. And then the thing that's nice about them is we're not a solar company, but solar can be integrated into them. A portable generator or one of our other generators can be integrated into it. So if it is out extended time, it can charge itself. But typically, I think the best place for that application in our area is maybe in places like I mentioned, places where you just can't put a power engine, power, like a Generac or a Briggs or Cummins, like these automatic generator systems that you're typically accustomed to. Many places you can't put them. So this is a nice solution. And
gaining in popularity.
It is gaining. I think the whole electric movement is actually practical for some applications. I mean, it's debatable, obviously, for the whole car thing and everything else people talk about. It has its place, and this certainly has its place, too. It's not just a gimmick or something that's made overseas that you're questionable of the quality. This is why I've chosen to get into it now, because many of the problems that are associated with these systems, the Briggs application that they came up, the branding, the ones that we're selling, addressed all of the concerns that many of the other companies and manufacturers of these systems have. So I've kind of looked at it over the course of years, and finally with these I feel confident getting into them because they're 15-year across-the-board warranties on the equipment. The battery technology is not the stuff that's going to do a thermal runaway and burn your house down. It's a very stable battery, lithium ferrophosphate batteries, which are more stable and don't have those fear issues. You know, it's a legitimate issue. You don't want something in your home that's going to potentially be that kind of a life-threatening issue. So these are something
They're
I feel
safe?
Yes.
Okay, and then there's 15-year warranty. That's good. And it gives people peace of mind that if the power were to go out, they have the ability to keep the power on.
Right. How long does one of these...
What?
Get closer to the mic. How long can the batteries run, like, say, my house? Say I needed my stair machine or my oxygen generator or something like that. How long can we go on just the battery backup? I guess it depends on the size of the system, right?
It depends on the size of the system. It depends on your personal needs, the power requirements of the home, and every system is different. Obviously, anything to do with doing it this way, your home should be efficient already. If you have electric heat, electric hot water, electric stove, it's not going to run those things. It's going to be focused on your essential things. If you have gas heat, it will run it. If you have ductless systems, like we sell, like the Mitsubishi systems that are very efficient, they will run those kind of systems to give you heat and power. So they're definitely very customizable. If you don't, they're not cheap. I mean, the starting point probably to do a system like this is up $12,000 to $15,000 as a starting point. So it's not something you're going to put in for a couple $1,000s and have a solution, but you can run your essentials to get you through for 2-3 days, and it's for many applications. It works.
So I have firsthand experience with this, as we had my parents used to live right on the water, and Hurricane Sandy came through, and hurricane was coming through. They knew it was coming through, so they had to move, because I told my dad, I said, Dad, you're going to lose the car, because they were right on the beach. So he went to my sister's house in Long Island, and they got hit with the storm also. They were without electricity for 7 days. They would have paid $12,000
In a heartbeat.
to have electricity.
Yeah.
7 days.
That's Long Island.
That's Long Island.
So imagine us,
right.
right?
You never know.
No, you
never
don't.
know. And the day after, you'll say, oh, why didn't I do this? You know, the time to prepare is before it happens.
So for the long outages, the traditional generators are ideal. But the thing that's really nice about these is they can be used in places where the generators cannot. And if you are in an area where you're in a isolated area where you already have a regular backup generator, these systems can be incorporated so that you can almost be exclusively off-grid if needed. So if power doesn't go out for weeks and weeks for whatever reason, you can incorporate solar into them. You can incorporate a generator into them that will charge the system and potentially have that option to be off-grid or on-grid, depending on if something major happens. So those people who want to prepare for the worst, it is an ideal solution for that too.
Well, as we see these storms coming through, they're getting more severe and more frequent, right? So I think that's something that I think about. And I know you do too, right?
You know I do.
I know you do. So there, in terms of generators, are there different types of generators? And how are they used in various applications?
The basic concept of a automatic generator is a engine that runs on propane or natural gas, powering an electric alternator to generate power. They're all basically the same in that respect, but the size of them, the branding, some of them are quite, Cummins generators are quieter. They're one of the quieter brands out there if you have noise as a concern. They're all fairly similar, and I'm not going to sit and knock one brand over another. That's why we look at your home and customize it and sell what we feel is the best brand and option for your application. Some of them have better warranties. The Briggs branded systems, they have 6-year parts, labor, and travel warranties as part of the unit right out of the box with no extra charges. Many of the other brands charge you extra for an extended warranty. So in that respect, we like the Briggs. But as far as the specific differences, it's just a matter of sizing it to what your needs are.
I used to be a fireman in New York, and this is a long time ago. I'm not even going to tell you how many years ago it was, but we had a battery backup in the basement, and it was the lead acid batteries, and it looked like something out of the Frankenstein movies, because there was rows and rows and rows of batteries that they would have. And he says, well, if the power goes out, and I would say, boy, I tell the new guys, I say, just stay away from that. Yeah. Just don't go anywhere near that. And then they got rid of that. I don't know, there must have been an accident or something. And then the next house over had a generator that was about as big as my car, and it used to run off of diesel. And we would keep thousands of gallons of diesel, so that thing could run indefinitely. But like you said, they can run off of anything.
Yeah.
Depends on your application.
And I think as far as these battery systems, that's the thing that anyone who's investigated in the past, that was the big obstacle. The batteries technology has not been there up until now to be able to really practically and in some kind of return on investment, reasonable time frame, possibly pay for the system before it's needing to be replaced. Like the system you're talking about, the lead acid batteries, you spend fortunes to put those systems in before you ever have a chance of a return on investment. You got to replace the batteries.
Yeah.
So that's
maintenance. Yep.
Yeah. So these are like Can I give an example of one customer that I've dealt with so far on this? He had a system put in not even 15 years ago. Just like you're saying, it's a hybrid system. He has power, he has the inverters, he has the batteries, he has solar, he has the generator. He went all out on this thing 12 years ago. The batteries are shot. The inverters are obsolete because they were built in China, overseas, and you can't get support on them. So he is dead in the water with this system. And he's literally looking at my system and looking to spend the money all over again for the batteries and the inverters that are now have fully integrated with one brand. You can get support. It has a 15-year warranty on it, and these batteries will last much longer than 15 years. They have the cycle life on them is incredible. So, I mean, it's just no comparison to what the technology was even 10 years ago.
So what did he spend 10 years ago? Do you know?
A lot.
I mean, I'm going to guess $50,000.
Wow.
And
because
now he's going to spend another 25 all over again to put the new batteries and new stuff in, and he's willing to do it. He's just out there in the middle, he's out in Shahola someplace, and
just in case.
whatever.
Could you explain real quick? You said cycle. I know what it means. Could you explain what it means with the cycle when a battery cycles?
When a battery discharges and recharges.
So these can do it thousands of times.
Yeah. Literally, I think it's like a 24,000 cycle life, which is they warranty it for 15 years, but in practical application, that's like 25 years.
Wow.
And it's reality too. I mean, they're just I don't want to get into battery technology here,
but this is the same technology that's in the cars, right? Okay.
So it's basically a computer built into every battery that monitors every cell of the battery, charges it evenly, makes sure it's healthy, doesn't overheat. So when you understand the technology goes into these batteries, it's pretty wild what they're doing, and there's something that was just unheard of less than 10 years ago.
You got that right.
Very interesting. That's why you're here. Ben Rinker, owner of Rinker Inc., and you focus on customer satisfaction. How long have you been in business? You said 30?
Over 35 years.
Wow.
Since 87.
Okay. So you started as an electrical contractor, and then when people had electric heat and they realized if the power went out, right, they wanted an option. And then that's how you get into the split units?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the biggest reasons we decided to do it, yeah.
Okay. And then from there, you were doing generators. And so now you're doing the energy saving solutions, battery backups.
Yeah.
All right. You have a nice, versatile business.
Mix, yeah. It is a good all around mix of things that we do. I feel the electrical is something that to do anything of the other items that we do, the generators, the ductless, you need to be an electrician to be able to put them in properly. So that's where many companies that get into doing generators go wrong, because they're not electricians. They don't. The installations that we see out there are pretty scary sometimes.
I like that description.
Yeah, so
scary.
Yeah. So that's why we decided to get into it. But it is a specialty because you're dealing with the engines, you're dealing with there's a lot to it. There's the gas, the propane, the pressure. There's a lot of principles that are working together with doing what we do. So we're not just electricians, but
you've been around for 35 years. So in 3 or 4 years, if there's something wrong with the system, I can call you, and you'll still be there. It's not like I'm calling, Joe from the back of his pickup truck, looking for something that was cobbled together.
We're planning on being here for you, yes. And that's the other part of this, the service. I think the service aspect of this is a big part of this, too. We try to focus on making sure we take care of what we sell.
How does someone get in touch with you?
We have a phone. We have the website, which obviously is a very good way. Look at our website, rinkerinc.com. And on there is links to all of the information that we're talking about here. Our electrical services, the branding, all the different brands of the generator systems, more information on the power storage, our ductless. But yes, on our website, you can submit a form through that. Email us, give us a call.
What's your phone number?
570-698-9696.
570-698-9696.
Yes.
All right.
The website is Rinker Inc. Inc. Rinker RINKERINC.com.
Thank you, Pat.
Yes, we have a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath contemporary-style home at 4217 Kenwood Terrace in East Stroudsburg for $370,000. This beautiful home has cathedral ceilings, hardwood floors, an open floor plan with a loft, central air conditioning, a fireplace, along with a sliding door to a large stone patio, along with a storage shed in the yard. This home was built in the 1990s, and it is in a gated Penn Estates community with lakes, a pool, tennis and basketball courts, and 24-hour security. That's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home at 4217 Kenwood Terrace in East Stroudsburg for $370,000, and that's listed by Calvin Zhang of our office.
Thank you, Pat. We want to give a warm welcome to Christopher Sharilla, who has joined our Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate family. Chris is a proud resident of Kaiser Valley section of Scranton. He is the perfect guy to help anyone find a dream property. He's known for his relentless work ethic and genuine care for people. He always goes above and beyond to assist his clients in making their real estate dreams come true. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned investor, or just looking for a new place to call home, Christopher's commitment to your satisfaction shines through in every interaction. As your real estate agent, Chris says he will provide a pleasant journey to your next home, guided by an unwavering dedication to your needs, along with his commitment to make your real estate dreams a reality. Our valued sponsor this week is Ravenak's Appliance Store in Kingston. Discover a world of cutting-edge convenience and top-notch quality at Ravenak's Appliance Store in Kingston. From sleek, smart appliances that sync with your lifestyle to classic essentials built to last, they have it all. Visit Ravenak Appliance today and let their expert team guide you to the perfect appliance that suits your needs and elevates your home. They're open 7 days a week with over 200 appliances on display. Ravenak Appliance has the lowest prices, beating all competitors, and no additional charges for delivery or removal. Call 570-287-1175 or shop online at ravenakappliance.com or stop in the showroom at 269 Wyoming Avenue, Kingston. You'll be so happy you did.
I love going there because I want to buy everything when I go into that place. I go, oh, look at this is beautiful. Look at that. And then the delivery is fast. That's the best place to shop.
It's time for a quick break. We'll be back in a few moments with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 The Talker. When considering to sell or buy a home, why choose Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate? Let me tell you why. 70% of home buyers settle for the first agent they meet, and many regret it. 90% of home sellers hire an agent, but was it the right choice? Don't have agent remorse. I'm Jackie Ruddy, and I've been in and around the real estate business for most of my life. And at Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, we've been selling real estate for half a century. But we do not do it halfway. You deserve better than average. Average doesn't help you. We know it's all about you and what you need. Century 21 is the #1 in brand awareness, is the most recognized name in real estate, and is the most respected in the industry. In this market, if you dream big, you need to move fast. So it makes perfect sense to contact Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, 570-344-6724, and visit jruddy.com. That's JRUDDY.com. We are back with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor.
And we're back. Very interesting.
Very interesting. Ben Rinker, owner of Rinker Inc.
Thank you again for having me.
Thanks for being here with you. We're having a fascinating discussion regarding generators, energy backup systems. You do electrical work and also ductless air units. Someone that wants to go to your website, we want to mention your website is actually, what's the website?
Yeah, I misspoke earlier. I forgot there is a go in front of that. So it's gorinkerinc.com, GORINKERINC.com. So check out my website. Much information, links to all the things we do and the brands, and learn more about the application for these things.
And the guys can go there and daydream and put together the dream system?
Sure.
Do you have some videos on how to do it there?
There is. And yeah, there's. Well, we have a couple of our own videos, but then especially with the battery storage, there's a really nice video on there explaining how this works. Like, want a little more better concept of how this works.
Well, there's a lot of people
and within
that
the
are
various manufacturers' websites, there's
good
information, yes.
Yeah. A lot of people are visual.
Right, yeah. If you're explaining something and you have the visual part of it, it's so much easier.
Yes.
Okay. So about the ductless systems.
Ductless. Let me ask you, do they save money?
You know what? They are extremely efficient. And there's two reasons people put them in. First of all, they want air conditioning. That's the first thought. But they end up loving them for the efficiency on the electricity that they use versus maybe electric heat or some of the other heat sources that are out there. But people end up loving them for the heating aspect of it. People don't think of putting these in for heat, but more and more people are. They're realizing the efficiency of them. But even down to 10 below zero, they're still 80 to 85% efficient.
Wow, that's a big improvement over what they were like 10 to 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Because we had the Fujitsu system put in, and the guy says, he says it loses all its efficiency like around 20 degrees. That's what he told me. So
yeah, and any of the old style ducted systems, they were terrible as far as that. 30 to 30.
No, this was a ductless. Yeah,
but even a ductless system,
it was a ductless,
you're right.
Yeah.
Some of the 10 years ago, you're right. 20 degrees, they were done. But these are, I'm amazed at myself even when I see the heat that comes out of these things when it's 10 degrees out and these things are cranking out.
And then
actually hot air where you got it's not just warm air, it's heating your house very well.
The nice part is that each room is individual. You don't have to heat up the whole house. So if you're just going into the kitchen and it's a little chilly, you hit that and it takes a chill out of the room.
Yeah, so that is definitely what makes the difference with these, because you can customize it per room. Like electric heat, you can heat room by room, but you get one room you're warm, you walk in the next room you're freezing. If you don't want to save money on your electric bill, you're putting up blankets to stay in a room or two. You see people doing that to try to save electricity when they're desperate, and this is just a all-around good solution, especially if you have electric baseboard heating in your home.
Very good.
You don't have an area. It gives you the option for air conditioning and efficiently heat your home.
Fabulous information. Ben Rinker, owner of Rinker Inc. How does someone get in touch with you?
Again, our phone always is there, 570-698-9696. And please check out our website. Again, gorinkerinc.com. GORINKERINC.com.
Would you come back next week, Ben? We'd like to talk to you.
I'd love to talk further with you about these things. And again, I appreciate so much you having us on.
Thank you. Pat?
We have a stunning 100% quality built dream home with 3 bedrooms and 4 baths, along with a beautiful guest house at 222 Glenburn Road in Clarks Green for $890,000. The main house is 3,000 square feet. It was built in 2001, and no expense was spared. The main house has a 2-car garage, an open floor plan, hardwood floors, a tray ceiling. It's got a wonderful gourmet kitchen. The master bedroom has 2 walk-in closets. Now, outside, there's an in-ground pool with a covered back porch with the fieldstone flooring. It's that beautiful fieldstone. The house has a large open basement where you could put a family room. The guest house, I would live in a guest house. The guest house is nice, too. The guest house is a beautiful home with 3 bedrooms. It's got a new kitchen with granite countertops, hardwood floors, a large patio, and an additional 2-car garage. This could be the perfect in-law suite or for your adult children. That's a stunning home with the guest house and an in-ground pool at 222 Glenburn Road in Clarks Green for $890,000, and that is listed by Debbie Kohut of our office.
Yeah, that's
stunning.
Sensational.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
And it's nice drone pictures, too.
Beautiful, right. Remember to tune in next Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m. to listen to more of the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21, Jack Ready Real Estate, and 94.3 The Talker.